What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Volt Switch U-turn team. Make sure you leave your theme team suggestions in the comment section below. Highest thumb up comment will be the winner. Okay, this was a really wicked team that I wanted to do for a while, and it got suggested on Patreon, so that was cool as well. Now, if you do want to be a Patreon and your theme team done, check that out in the description. So obviously with this one, I had 2 battles. Let's get to it. So all I really had to do was use Volt Switch and U-turn. So after about 3 or 4 turns, usually the opponent would figure out what I'm doing by now. So I had these ones on my chat, my live chat as well. So if you do want to have a battle against me, check that out in the description too. Okay, that was pretty funny there. I dodged the my item getting knocked off. So let me tell you what my team was. So with my Scyther, I had U-turn Technician on that, and I had Choice Band as its item. Now with Selga, I did a Choice Band too on that, and I gave it Adamant Nature on both of those 2 Pokemon. Emolga was a little bit different here. I gave it U-turn, and I gave it Volt Switch, and I gave it Max Attack and Max Special Attack, and gave it a Choice Scarf. So that worked out really, really well with this team. So pretty much here, it was, with this team, I found I had very good results and I had very bad results. So obviously it's countered heavily by things like Stealth Rock, any entry hazards at all, made like a really, really big difference on it, and stuff like Lightning Rod too, that made it really, really difficult, just not that much chance of winning. Okay, so as I said, I had 2 battles with this team anyway, well, 2 worthwhile battles here. This is pretty funny here. So with the Lantern, right, I soaked it with my Lantern, and I went for the Volt Switch. The idea was to go for the Volt Switch and the Soak, and I got Heal Bell on it too, just for any like statusy things. That was my Lantern set. I gave it Max Health and Max Special Attack. Right, so my Ampharos was a Choice Spec, so I gave it Max Health, Max Special Attack, and I gave it Static. It was very funny how many times Static actually activated in a lot of my battles and stuff. Obviously, it's a very, very gimmicky battle in nature. Okay, so I didn't really think I would do too well against this team, like having a look at the general matchups and stuff, but it did pretty well. So we have the Tangrowth keeps going back and forth with the Regenerator. Now, this was interesting here. So I U-turned the Infernape, right? So I'm like, well, Infernape's going to be pretty damn good against my team, considering Lantern is out the way. So I thought, I'll just go for Volt Switch here with the Choice Specs Ampharos here. Now, it was quite interesting because the Infernape actually sets up a nasty plot there. I'm like, well, this is going to do like a lot of damage to it with the Volt Switch there, and just gets rid of it. So that's really nice there. That was one of the main problems out the way, and the Staraptor was another problem too, because that would outspeed most of my Pokemon, save the Emolga, which I still had the Choice Scarf hidden. Okay, since I got paralyzed by the other Ampharos's Static, I just used Scyther there as some fodder there to swap in another Pokemon. About this team, right, it was really cool because obviously, the obvious counters aside, you could pretty much keep like matching up against the opponent's Pokemon, like that you would like, and the opponent would be forced to swap all the time and continually taking damage from U-turn or Volt Switch. I did think about using Parting Shot too, but I wanted to keep this in new battle. Okay, so Tangrowth is going to come in here. U-turn is doing like heaps to Tangrowth. I'm guessing it's max health, max defense. Well, very, very bulky in defense regardless. Okay. Anyway, so I get my, I think I got my item knocked off here. That was pretty cool. I didn't get a Static, but I was hoping to get one. And Volt Switch is going to be enough to take Tangrowth out there. So this battle, these battles were pretty quick. I think this was only like, I think it was only like 18 turns, which was quite fast for a single battle. Okay, this was interesting here. So the Tyranitar comes out, right. I just went for the U-turn again with the Choice Band there. That just nearly takes it out in one shot, which is hilarious there. And I'm going to swap in my... I thought I can, expend... My Ninjask was expendable here. Tyranitar actually goes for the Dragon Dance here, so I was like, well, I'm running Adamant, so I could get outsped. I wasn't 100% sure what the speed was, and I must have had just enough speed to do that. I'd say that it would have been a jolly Tyranitar there. Okay, so things are looking pretty good at the moment. I've got 4 of the team down. I've only lost 2 of my own Pokemon. So the idea was here, I tried to use, like, probably the strongest Pokemon on my team that were the most handy were Scyther, Ampharos. They were the 2 really hard-hitting Pokemon. And with the idea with Ninjask, right, I had U-turn on it, but what I did was I put Focus Sash on it, and you could use it as the last Pokemon, so you could get a Sword Dance up and just spam U-turn. That's was my last resort there, if there wasn't any traps on the field, of course. Okay, so pretty much this was the last bit of this battle. So the light screen got set up here. I just went for Volt Switch there, as you probably never guessed. And I thought, well, let's see how much this Emolga U-turn does to it. So I think I had a Rash Nature on this to boost my special attack. And then I had the rest in attack there. So that's pretty much this battle done. And it beat quite a decently higher tier team there. I was pretty happy with that one. I'm just sacrificing my Selgor here. And some other battles, this team got beaten like 6-0 easy because I just got countered so hard. So it was an interesting mix of battles there. But as I said, very, not saying this is an OP strategy or anything, it's very easily countered, but very fun to use. So if you do want to try this, I suggest you do it. Okay, let's get to the second battle here. There's not too much, there wasn't a lot of predicting here, obviously, because I've only got 2 moves, and it's, as I said, it makes it pretty clear what I'm doing after a couple of turns. Okay, so we had a Farfetch lead there, which was pretty cool to see. Now, I can see that did a lot of damage there to... that was actually a camouflage. I think that was a camouflage Synchronized Kecleon, I think. I think that's what they said their set was. Okay, anyway, so these ones were against... the first battle was against D&D, and the second battle was against Dian, so lots of Ds there. Okay, so I think it might have been around this time he figured out what I was doing. I wasn't too sure. Oh no, I didn't get a static there. I thought to run static on my Pokemon, or my Ampharos, and I thought to run Volt Switch too. However, Water Absorb I found would be quite handy with this team too. So, just have a look at if you do want to try this, have a look at all the Volt Switches and see what the synergy, the best synergy is. I thought Emolga and Scyther work pretty well because there's Volt Switch uses electric type, so you'll be weak to a lot of ground type moves. Okay, so I think around this stage they figured out what I was doing. Okay, so also Pinsir's a pretty scary and new to Pokemon too, so I had to watch out for that one. Okay, so it's going to go for the X-Scissor. That does heaps to me. Pops my Air Balloon. I put Air Balloon on Lantern so it would be able to swap into ground type moves and such like that. Okay, so this battle sort of started off pretty one-sided, I believe. Yeah, so the Aselga is very quick too. If you can use stuff like Ninjask, Aselgor, Scyther are all very fast Pokemon, and Emolga as well with the Scarf. So that was 4 really fast Pokemon there, and my Ampharos and my Lantern was sort of like my Lantern was sort of like my support style Pokemon for this team. There wasn't much I could do with it, with those 2 moves. And I wanted to make it so that Water Absorb would have come really handy there. I wanted to make it so I'd only use those 2 moves too. I didn't really want to use any other attacking moves. Okay, that was definitely an Assault Vest Politoed there that took that so well. Okay, so as I said, Scyther was very useful on this team too. That U-turn with Choice Band hit very hard there. Okay, so that's 3 Pokemon down. So I'm winning quite easily at the moment, but the battle actually did come back a little bit. All right, so this thing, the Yin Yang, oh fucking hell, whatever it is, Yin Yang Mega or whatever it is. Okay, anyway, so this actually had Choice Specs Bug Buzz on it, and it hit really hard. It had Speed Boost too, so look how much that did to my Ampharos. Okay, so obviously I'm going to get outsped here, and that's my Ampharos down there. But yeah, this thing was really fast and really powerful too. And after that, I thought that damage, I thought, okay, it's probably Choice Specs, but we'll just see. Anyway, so I went into my Selga anyway, and that did loads. I just lived that one. I was able to get the U-turn off just, and that does pretty good damage there to Yanma. It's not very bulky, but yeah, boy, it hits hard with that Choice Specs there. Okay, so I got my Ninjask here. I've got a Focus Sash from this. I just wanted to check whether it was, specs, which I was very confident it was, and that was cool because it would have gone for would probably gone for Hidden Power or something if that was the case. Okay, so that's down. The Yanma actually took a couple, excuse me, couple of other Pokemon down with it. All right, so we have the Farfetch here. This was quite interesting here, so it's going to outspeed me and go for the knockoff. So quite a few of my Pokemon were actually on low amounts of health. All right, so my Selga again. I just went for U-turn here. You never saw that one coming. You could, as I said, you could do this with Smeargle as well. You could get that Volt Switch and stuff, but it wouldn't probably hit that hard. Unless you use Spore and stuff like that. Spore or Parting Shot as well. That'd be interesting. But yeah, if you are bored and you are bored of the normal tier battles or you want to just try something different, I suggest this one. It's really cool. Okay, so this Quilladin was extremely bulky in defense here. Like, it was tanking some like really powerful hits, like from that Scyther. It tanked that U-turn choice band there. Okay, I went to I think I went to Mog here, and I think got power up from got a power up from Static there. Oh, after that, I didn't actually get to make use of that, but that took my Emolga out anyway, and that took that's 3 of my Pokemon down here. So the Quilladin and Farfetch are starting to take some of my team out. So I just finished that one off there with the Scyther. Now, as I said, I had my Ninjask left and my Selga. I thought, well, let's swap into Selga here. I wasn't sure if this was banded or not. I thought it might have quick attack, so I just like swapped that into C, but it didn't, so that's cool. I swapped out that and I went into my Ninjask here, and this is pretty much the end of the battle. Farfetch uses Brave Bird, takes out my Ninjask, and it's a 2-0. So that Yanma and the Quilladin Farfetch actually pegged back a lot of my Pokemon. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this theme. It was really, really cool. Enjoy the bloopers.